Let's see, 3, 2, 1. Hello people, I understand it's been a while since I've really been doing anything on this channel, but yes, I'm back and I'm ready to do part 4 on this. I tried uploading part 3 yesterday, and by yesterday I mean April 4th, but my internet connection cut off, and yeah, go screw yourself Virgin Media, because you suck. But anyway, yes, today we're going to be taking a look at the Famiclone part of the device, the Easy Eye Entertainment System. Because yes, this can play Famicom games, or Famiclone, or whatever. You know, this probably could play NES games as well, but I don't have an adapter for that, so I can't really show that off. But I recorded some games. I don't remember what games I actually recorded, but you know. And what else is there to say other than roll VT? Okay, so just testing out some games that really should work on the system. This is F1 Race, a first generation Famicom game. Basically the Famicom's version of Pole Position, I guess, because Namco never made their own port. And it's a pretty good game. The game works perfectly. And it reset for some reason. I don't know if I did that myself. Oh, I think that was just to prove that yeah, the weird background colours weren't just an error of the clone. But yeah, now we have, I think this is 119.1 if I remember. No, this is the new type. This was another relatively early game for the Famicom, basically a sort of shooter thing. This is just to demonstrate that I suppose scrolling on this thing works properly, and this can run games bigger than F1 Race, but yeah, that's about it. So now we have 119.1. The reason I'm running this is because it's the only thing I can get to run Super Mario. So, because you know, Super Mario is pretty much the best way to test a Famiclone and how accurate it is when compared to the original. And those who've played Super Mario, which should be all of you, will notice that the sound emulation is a bit off. It just, yeah, you get this a lot with Famiclones where the sound just sounds, it doesn't sound much different, but it's different enough to annoy you, possibly. Now if we run some later gen Famicom games, this is Wrath World, also known as Journey to Silius. It's the same game. You know, the only thing that's different is the main character's sprite, pretty much, as you can see. Actually, I forget, didn't the European version have that sprite as well? I don't remember. But yeah, you know, Wrath World, Journey to Silius, whatever you want to call it, classic game. And here we have a game that I'm glad it is able to run, which is Crisis Force. This game runs on, I believe it's the Konami VRC 4 mapper, something like that. You know, which, you know, some things will probably have trouble emulating this, but not this. This can run it perfectly fine. Although I did try running Lagrange Point on the Famicom, which is a VRC 7 game, which has like its own sound chip and everything. It didn't work, sadly. Like, I'll just start it up and it just wouldn't come up with anything. In fact, a lot of games didn't seem to work, like some multi-carts didn't work. There was one where it would like load up a different menu and only Contra would seem to work properly, from what I remember. And a lot of stuff, either it didn't seem to fit into the cartridge slot, or it just didn't work. Yeah, which, I don't understand that. Or maybe I'm thinking of something else, I don't know. I mean, I recorded this back in December, so you know. So, yeah, Aladdin, the Game Boy Hummer Team. It kept resetting it. I think I was pressing the wrong button, if I remember correctly. Having to do all this by memory, it's not going to turn out so great on video, isn't it? I really should have recorded this in December, it would have made a lot more sense. But yeah, this is a bootleg game by Hummer Team. It's actually pretty good, to be fair. It plays pretty well. Looks good, sounds good. But more importantly, it can run on this Famiclone system. I don't know if their other games work. I'd assume they probably do. Actually, no, I have Mortal Kombat 2 Special by them, but I don't remember if it worked. And here we are, just testing some games that don't work. I think this was Lagrange Point I was trying to start up here. It just comes up with a blank screen. Yeah, disappointment. And, yes, the 115.1 real game. This one actually does work quite properly, if I remember correctly. I didn't bother playing many of the games. I just wanted to show off Contra and Super Contra, just to show off that these games do in fact work. I assume the earlier gen games would work properly as well. The arrow sort of disappears when you're scrolling down for some reason. I don't understand that, but yeah, it works, you know. And this is Orchid Cavas. Yes, you remember that other game that was on the 69-in-1? Yep, it's just a rehash of this. So, yeah. Way to outdo yourselves, nice code. What's the next thing we'll kind of take a look at? Ah, yes, the Magic Game 1. I did a review on this a few months ago. You know, it has like 8 games. Just showing off that it works. The main reason I just want to show this one off is because it doesn't work on my Famicom. Like I stick it in my Famicom, it just doesn't come up with anything, or it may come up with a blue screen, but that's it. In fact, I had to record the review for this thing on the clone system I'm running this on now. Yeah. And, well, it runs perfectly fine. But you also notice that, like, it runs at PAL speed, which is a real disappointment. It's like, why couldn't they have it NTSC? I know it was sold in the UK, but I'm pretty sure most TVs in the UK nowadays support NTSC. So why they used PAL here, I have no idea. Probably for the poor sods who can't afford an NTSC compatible TV or something, I don't know. But yeah, that's all I really have to say about this. So, here's the Easy Eye entertainment system worth picking up. Well, if you can't be bothered to get a decent Famicom or anything like that, possibly, if you can get it for like £5 or something. But I don't know, I think there are much better Famiclone systems out there, which you could probably get for a pretty cheap price as well. So I won't really recommend getting this other than to laugh at the games, and if you can return it like I did, because I bought this thing, I recorded it, and then I returned it like a day later, so I didn't waste any money on it really. But yeah, I'll see you later, people, and hopefully I will start making more videos soon enough. See you.